Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca.x. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. Give yourself the freedom you desire. So, have you ever heard of someone saying to you, I don't want an adult today, I don't want to be an adult, you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, in those moments, it's like you don't want all the responsibilities, you don't want all of the drama and the adult stuff that we have to do as adults, right? And the thing is that you have to give yourself permission. You've got to give yourself the freedom that you desire. So, your spirit wants to be free, you want to sing, dance, move about, you don't want to hold yourself back. And the key is to allow yourself the whole expansive possibility that's out there and give it to yourself and gift it to yourself. You need to break free from the chains that you're holding yourself back on. You need to be able to express yourself. And a quote that I always say, and I've said for years, is be your own original blueprint. Do not be a carbon copy of anyone else. So if you want to dance, go and dance. If you want to sing, go and sing. I remember we were on holiday vacation in San Francisco, and we live in England, and Uptown Funk was the song out of that year. And every time we walked past one particular store, it was always on, okay? And it was the Waxworks, I think, and it was absolutely amazing. They put it on, they must have been waiting for me, because when they put it on, I'm singing and dancing as I'm walking past the store, to the embarrassment. Like, I embarrassed my daughter. She was like looking at me walking off going, no mum, no, you know what I mean? My mum and my son were laughing, and all of the people were joining in and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, I want to dance a dance. Honestly, if I'm in a store and a song comes on that I love, I am dancing to it. I don't care where I am. I don't care who's watching. You know what I mean? It's like, no, I just love it. And do you know what else I love? I love to laugh. I love to go on adventures and explore and travel and make memories and be surrounded by amazing people. Yes, I love my routines. I have strict things that are in my planner, get them done, boom. When I'm working, I'm 100% focused, I'm very productive, all of that stuff. But the rest of the time, I am like a butterfly with wings. It's just like, yeah, let's go, whatever. Obviously, I'm constrained a little bit because there's some places my son can't go and things like that, but we won't get into that. But, you need to give yourself permission to express yourself. You need to give yourself permission to be you. You need to say yes to you and give yourself the freedom that you desire. Don't just live for the weekends. Don't live for the holidays and vacations. Don't live for the parties. You need to live every single day, because you're living your life every single day. It's a bit like the podcast number 175 of mine, which is Never Mind the Past, Life is Every Day, because it is. Show up to yourself, show up to your life every single day. Bring the magic in, bring the laughter and the joy and the happiness in. It's a decision and a choice that you can get to make. Everything should be on your terms. Do you want to do this? Yes or no? You know what I mean? Not a forced yes or a forced no. It's kind of, don't live your life with the expectations of other people, with them saying yes to you, or you're allowed to do this or you're allowed to do that. Obviously, if you're a child, it's different. There are rules and regs and stuff like this by parents, safety and all of this. But, it's all about what behaviour do you want to have? Do you want to be a kid? You know what I mean? That doesn't mean that you can't bring it when you need to be an adult and you need to hold yourself accountable and all of this stuff. But it is all about remembering that kids are carefree, aren't they? Children, they get a cardboard box, they make anything, piece of cloth, and it's a cape, and they're running around the park. They make a den in the living room out of a big bed sheet and some chairs and anything like that. I know as well, like, I have fun. I bring fun into my life every single day, okay? So when we're walking around the store, are you ready? You know them big, I don't know whether you get them anywhere else, but in England you can get the big, they look like lightsabers is all I'm going to say, but it's like full of bubbles and you pull it out and you waft it around and all the bubbles come out. They are lightsabers, guys, and I just get it like zoom zoom, and my son gets one, and we're like zoom zoom in the shop, or we get the little you know, the little swords and things and stuff. You know what I mean? And my daughter actually grabs any little cuddly toy. She does it. She makes her brother laugh. She gets it. She puts it in the basket or the trolley, and he's like the shopping cart, and he's like, "No, put it back." And they're having a little banter between themselves. It's so funny. But the thing is that you've got to bring the fun factor into every single day. You know, life is precious. People pass away all the time, and you've got to bring the fun and the laughter and the joy into everything. You know, laugh like no one's watching, dance like no one's watching. You need to really show up to your life. Give yourself the freedom you desire. Go and explore. Let your spirit fly, and really go and have adventure. Dance if you want to dance, laugh if you want to laugh, watch a comedy, you know, walk with your chin up. My nan always said, chin up, look up. You know, go and do the things, go and have a look at art, the architecture, go into nature, you know, listen to the birds, all of this. It doesn't have to be mundane just because you're an adult and you're paying bills and you've got responsibilities and you've got all this stuff. A lot of people, what they do is they forget all the goodness, they forget all the joy, they forget to have fun, they forget, you know what I mean? And it's like, if you want to go to the ocean and scream and let it all out, or scream into a pillow, or go to the gym and do whatever you need to do, go and do that. But, you know, choose every single day, choose you, choose joy, choose fun, choose freedom for you. You can be constrained in certain places and certain elements of your life, but the rest of it, have fun, have joy, bring the fun factor into everything, and really know that you need to remind yourself you're not ordinary, you are extraordinary, you are incredible, you are uniquely made, you are amazing. So put on some music, dance around the kitchen, do whatever you need to do, have fun, and don't, you know, get into the boring kind of mundane rhythm of doing the same thing every single day like Groundhog Day. It just, like, you know what I mean? Make sure you are living life every single day and that you are doing little things. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money, but it's a choice that you get to make. So I'm sending you lots and lots of positive vibes, lots of hugs, lots of laughter and joy and smiles and everything else. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Go over to Rebecca.x. I'll put everything in the show notes, and it's just, honestly, transform your life. Start from today by saying yes to you.